Cannizzaro reaction. Okay, and one thing I want to remind you, in Cannizzaro reaction, aldehydes which are not having alpha hydrogen atoms will undergo. Okay, that is the most important point in Cannizzaro reaction. Once again, I want to remind you, aldehydes which are not having alpha hydrogen atoms undergo this reaction. Clear? And two molecules will participate. One molecule undergo oxidation and the other molecule undergo reduction. Okay, therefore it is a disproportionation reaction because same molecule is undergoing oxidation and reduction. So it is a disproportionation reaction. I hope you people are able to follow this one. Is it clear? So now yesterday I explained you two mechanisms. One is the monoanion mechanism, other one is the dianion mechanism. Clear? But in both the cases, RDS step is same only, that is hydride transfer. Now we have to compare the rate of hydride transfer now. That is important here. Is it clear, everyone? Now we have to compare the rate of the hydride transfer. So how hydride transfer will happen and where it happens at faster rate, all these things again we have to discuss now. Okay. So now for that again, let me take the monoanion mechanism. First of all, see clearly, HC double bonded OH. Are you followed, everyone? So this is the nucleophile. Now pi bond will shift here. Pi bond will shift here. Carbon get positive charge. Nucleophile will attack here. Are you followed? Nucleophile attacks there. Then what happened here when nucleophile attacks? So H, C, O minus. Then here OH and H. Okay. Now the second step you know well, this is the RDS step of the mechanism. Followed, and here let me take the other molecule of the formaldehyde. Okay, I will write here. Now here let me take the other molecule of the formaldehyde. Clear? So here what happened? Pi bond will shift here. This carbon get positive charge. So hydride transfer takes place in the RDS step. This we discussed yesterday. So hydride transfer. Clear? Remaining part I am not writing. Remaining part you know well from yesterday's class. Salt of carboxylic acid is formed and primary alcohol is formed. Is it clear? And remember everyone, this mechanism is called monoanion mechanism, which is used when the concentration of the base is less than 80%. We discussed yesterday this part. Clear? Now let us go for the dianion mechanism. Then we will compare the rates. Okay. So now what happened? Here again in the first step, OH minus acts as what? Nucleophile. So pi bond will shift here. Carbon get positive charge. So OH minus attacks here. Followed. Then what happened? H, C, O minus. Then here OH and H. Followed. Now since concentration of base is very high, then now what happened? Again second time also reversible only. This also I told you yesterday. So now what happened here? So now the base will remove the proton from here. Am I right? Base will remove the proton from here. Followed, everyone? So when base removes the proton, then what is the thing left over here? So H, C, O minus, and H. Are you followed? So this is called as what? Dianion. Followed? Dianion. Now the next step is what? Next step is the H, C double bonded OH, one more molecule. And remember everyone, the next step is the RDS step here. So pi bond will shift here. Then this get the positive charge. Followed, hydride will transfer here. Okay. So here also in RDS step, hydride transfer only here also. And this mechanism is what? Dianion mechanism. And remember everyone, dianion mechanism is applicable when the concentration of the base is greater than or equal to 80%. So did you notice one important point? In the monoanion mechanism, okay, in the monoanion mechanism, in RDS step, hydride is transferring. In dianion mechanism also, in the RDS step, hydride is transferring. but where hydride transfer easily, that is important here. Clear? Copy quickly. Followed everyone? In both the cases, in RDS step, hydride transfer is the same phenomenon happening. But where hydride, rate of hydride transfer will be easy. It will be easy in monoanion mechanism or dianion, that we are going to compare the rate now. Is it clear everyone? So now here, let me take the monoanion to compare the rate. I want to take the monoanion. So this is the monoanion. Am I right? And this is the dianion. Is it clear, everyone? So now what happened? See clearly, everyone now. So here, hydride should be transferred to the other molecule of formaldehyde. Here also hydride should be transferred to the other molecule of the formaldehyde. Is it clear? But where the hydride transfer will be easy. So this is the monoanion. Only one anion is there, and here two anions are there. So this is the dianion. Okay. So let me rub this one. I will write clearly here. So this is the dianion. So now tell me, RDS step is same only, H minus transfer. But where H minus, the rate of H minus transfer will be easy in which case? Can you tell me? Okay, let me explain now. Here once you see now, let me write with red color so it will clear. So this is one O minus. Hydride is coming in the form of what? H minus. That means here one negative charge is there, here one negative charge is there. Like charges repel each other. Clear? But here you see now, here one negative charge is there, here one negative charge is there, and hydrogen comes as negative. So here electron density is more in dianion. Three negative charges are there. They repel each other. Because of the repulsions, what happened? The hydride comes out very easily here because of the repulsions. So rate of hydride transfer is more in case of dianion mechanism. I hope it is clear everyone. This is the rate comparison. That is the rate comparison. Is it clear? Hydride transfer rate will be more in case of dianion mechanism. Why? Why? Because electron charge density is more. That means negative charge density is more. Repulsions will be more. So hydride can be transferred at a faster rate. Followed? Therefore, now I want to come to a conclusion here. Okay. So rate of hydride transfer is directly proportional to what? Tell me. Rate of hydride transfer is directly proportional to electron charge density. Electron okay, so electron charge density on dianion. Am I right? Electron charge density on dianion. So this point is very important to us, and you know, on this point some questions are also there that we are going to solve. Rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to electron charge density. So please copy it quickly everyone. Clear? Now we are going to solve one question based on this concept. Okay. Now here, let me take now 3 dianions. So see clearly, everyone now. First one, C, O minus, H. This is one dianion. Clear? Now, second one you see. This is one dianion. Okay. Now, at para position, I am taking OCH3 here. Next, this is one dianion here. Clear? Now, at para position, let me take NO2. So, this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Clear? So, where rate of hydride transfer will be more, that is, that you have to decide now. Out of 1, 2, and 3, where the rate of hydride transfer will be more, that is important to me. Clear? So just now I told you, rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to what? Electron charge density on dianion. Clear? So where electron charge density will be more means, in second one you see here plus M group is there. Plus M group means what? Electron donating group. Clear? Electron donating groups will increase the electron charge density. Now here you see NO2 group is there. NO2 minus M group. That means electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group will decreases the electron charge density. Electron donating groups will increase the electron charge density. Therefore, rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to what? Electron charge density. So electron charge density is more in which case? Second one. Then after first one. Then after third one. So hydride transfer will be easy in case of second one, and hydride transfer will be very difficult in case of third one. So here again I want to come to a conclusion, that is rate of hydride transfer. Okay, rate of hydride transfer is directly proportional to electron donating groups, inversely proportional to electron withdrawing groups. Clear everyone? Rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to electron donating groups, while inversely proportional to electron withdrawing groups. Please copy quickly all these things. Completed? So this is about the self-Cannizzaro reaction. Till now whatever we discussed, and about the hydride transfer. Clear? Now we are going to enter into crossed Cannizzaro reaction. Crossed Cannizzaro reaction. Crossed Cannizzaro reaction. First of all, this crossed Cannizzaro reaction is there now. It happens between which type of molecule? That is important to us. Okay. So now here I am writing C clearly. It takes place. It takes place between two different aldehydes. It takes place between two different aldehydes. Okay, and here the condition is that both must not contain alpha hydrogens. both must not contain alpha hydrogens. This is one important statement in Prost-Cannizzaro reaction. I think it is clear, everyone. Okay. Now, here we are going to see some examples regarding the Prost-Cannizzaro reaction. Followed, everyone? Now, here, let me take one example. Now, here I am taking two compounds here. So, first one you see, formaldehyde, which is not having alpha hydrogen. Now, let me take the benzaldehyde, which is not having alpha hydrogen. Clear? So, here, concentrated base. Are you followed, everyone? Here I will write the products. Then I will explain you how I got the products. Clear? So, first is salt of the formic acid. You know well, one molecule undergo oxidation and the other molecule undergo reduction. Clear, everyone? So we will get salt and primary alcohol. Yesterday I told you very clearly. But here, when you take two different aldehydes, how to know which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction, how to know, that we will be discussing now. Okay. So to explain that one, now let me take these two aldehydes now. So this is the benzaldehyde. Clear, everyone? Now this is the formaldehyde. Followed? So now here, tell me where nucleophile attacks first. That is important to us. So here what happened? Pi bond will shift, carbon get positive charge. Similarly here, pi bond will shift here, carbon get positive charge. So here we are having two positively charged carbons. But nucleophile first attack on which one? That is important. So I think I told you. Here, let me write one important thing. Okay, that rate of nucleophilic addition. Okay, rate of nucleophilic addition is inversely proportional to what? Crowding. Clear? Rate of nucleophilic addition is inversely proportional to crowding. This is the most important point. So here once you see, only hydrogen is there. Here phenyl ring is there. So crowding is more in first one. That means rate will be less. Crowding is less in second one. That means rate will be more. So this OH minus is there now. It attacks preferably on this one. Is it clear? One more important point. See clearly, everyone now. The aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first. Okay. The aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first. Okay. That undergoes oxidation. That undergoes oxidation. Then what is the product formed? HCOO minus. And the other molecule is there na? The other molecule undergoes reduction. Then what is the product formed? PH, CH2, OH. Is it clear, everyone? When two different aldehydes are taken, then you have to depend on crowding. So remember, everyone, here let me give one statement also for this one. One statement I want to give here. Okay. So this is one important statement. What is that one? See clearly. Okay. The aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first undergoes oxidation. This is the most important statement. Remember, everyone. Clear? The aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first undergoes oxidation. So tell me, nucleophile attacks first. How to know? Less crowding. Where crowding is less, their nucleophile attacks first. I hope you are able to understand this one. So please copy quickly. I hope it is clear. Now, did you notice one important point here? That one molecule is undergoing oxidation. Okay. Other molecule, in the sense, different molecule undergoing reduction. So, it is not a disproportionation reaction. Clear? This is not a disproportionation reaction. Remember everyone, crossed Cannizaro's reaction is not a disproportionation. Self-Cannizaro's reaction is a disproportionation reaction. Followed? Write quickly everyone. Completed? Right. Now, here, can you tell me any aldehyde which is smaller than formaldehyde? For example, here, let me take formaldehyde. Okay. Let me take any one aldehyde X. This is also aldehyde only, which is not having alpha hydrogen. Is it clear, everyone? So, can you tell me now which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction? Any aldehyde is there which is smaller than formaldehyde? No. Therefore, formaldehyde less crowding, it undergoes oxidation, and the other one undergo reduction. There is no other option. So here also again I can come to a conclusion that, okay, so here I can tell that if formaldehyde is one of the reactant, if formaldehyde is one of the reactant, then it undergoes oxidation preferably. Is it clear, everyone? If formaldehyde is one of the reactant, then it undergoes oxidation preferably. Followed? Because there is no other aldehyde which is smaller than formaldehyde. Smaller means what? Less crowding. Here I told you, rate of nucleophilic addition inversely proportional to crowding. So there is no other aldehyde which is smaller than, which is less crowding than formaldehyde. So if formaldehyde is one of the reactants, then it should undergo oxidation. That means the other one should undergo what? Reduction then. Hope it is clear, everyone. Completed. You may ask me a question now. Sir, if formaldehyde is not one of the reactant, then what to do? That is also a valid question here. If formaldehyde is not one of the reactant, then what to do? So now here I am taking two different aldehydes, okay, where formaldehyde is not there. This is one reactant. Now this is one reactant at para position. Let me take NO2. Clear? Now here concentrated base OH minus. So in both the cases the crowding is same only. You followed everyone? Phenyl ring is there. So here what happened? Pi bond will shift here. Here pi bond will shift. This carbon get positive charge. But in second one what happened? NO2 is there now. NO2 is what? Electron withdrawing group. Okay? It withdraw electron. When the electrons are withdrawn by NO2, so what happened here? Positive charge magnitude will be more here. But in first one, there is no electron withdrawing group. So the positive charge magnitude will be small. That means that's what I want to say. So now nucleophile first attacks on that compound where the positive charge magnitude is more on this one. What I want to say. Okay. So nucleophile attacks preferably first on that one where the amount of positive charge is more. Now use this principle. Here I told you now. See, the aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first undergoes what? Oxidation. Use that principle here. Therefore, this undergoes what? Oxidation. And this undergoes what? Reduction. Then what are the products formed here then? What are the products formed here? Oxidation product you see now. COO minus at para position NO2. Clear? Next. What is the reduction product then? Primary alcohol, that is benzyl alcohol is formed here. Followed. So first one is the oxidized product. Second one is the reduced product. Okay. So this is undergoing oxidation to give oxidized product. This is undergoing reduction to give reduced product. So when the crowding is same, then you have to see where amount of positive charge is more. Clear? Let us take one more question here. One more. Now you have to decide which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction. So C double bonded OH. Okay. Here let me take NO2. Followed. Then here also C double bonded OH, and here let me take CH3. Clear? So now tell me nucleophile first attacks on which one? See clearly and tell me which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction, and write the products also. Okay. Let us see here then. I think you might have wrote the answer. So pi bond will shift here. Similarly, pi bond will shift here. The CH3 is there now. It is the plus H group. That means electron donating group. It decreases the positive charge. And NO2 is there now. It is the minus M group. Clear? That means electron withdrawing group. It increases the positive charge. So positive charge is more here. Therefore, nucleophile first attacks on this one only. And hence this undergoes what? Oxidation. And this undergoes what? Reduction. So now, what are the products formed here? So when it undergoes oxidation, nitro, para nitro undergoes oxidation. So this is one product formed here. That is the salt of the carboxylic acid. Clear? Now here this is CH3. Sorry, here I made a mistake here. Now here this undergoes reduction, then we will get the primary alcohol. So here you have to know which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction. That is important here. Clear everyone? So first one is the oxidized product, second one is the reduced product. I think it is clear everyone. Now how to find number of products? Okay, number of products in crossed Cannizzaro reaction. That is very important for mains and advanced purpose. Clear everyone? Number of products. So for that one, again I want to take the starting reaction. Okay, so starting reaction is what? pH C double bonded OH plus H C double bonded OH. Followed everyone? So here OH minus. Now my main intention is to find the number of products here. Clear? So here I am writing how to find the number of possible products. Number of possible products, how to find that one. So here you see, I took 1 mole benzaldehyde, 1 mole formaldehyde. 1 mole contain Avogadro number of molecules. So first of all, let me take the benzaldehyde. Only one reactant I want to take, benzaldehyde. You know, benzaldehyde undergo self-Cannizzaro reaction with other molecule. You may ask me from where we got other molecule. That's what I told. 1 mole contain Avogadro number of molecules here. Is it clear? Then here we will get 2 products here. 1 mole undergo oxidation, 1 mole undergo reduction. So what are that 2? One is the salt of the carboxylic acid. One is the primary alcohol. Clear? Similarly, let me take the formaldehyde. Clear? So this also undergo. Okay. So this also undergo self-Cannizzaro reaction. Clear? And here also 1 mole undergo oxidation to give the formate anion and other mole undergo reduction to give the primary alcohol. Next, one more possibility is the crossed Cannizzaro then. Okay, so see clearly pH C double bonded OH plus H C double bonded OH. Then these two undergo cross Cannizzaro reaction. Is it clear everyone? These two undergo cross Cannizzaro reaction. Followed, then how many products are formed that we are going to see here. Okay, one possibility is this one, that HCOO minus plus pH CH2OH. Are you followed everyone? One possibility is this one. Okay, one more possibility is what? Minor case. Okay, one more possibility is this one, PHCOO minus plus CH3OH. That is a minor case. Second one, what I want to say. So now total this many products are formed. Now we are, let us cancel the common products. Once you see now everyone, this is one product. Okay, the same repeated here. So cancel it. Cancel the similar products. Clear everyone? This is the second product you see. The same repeated here. Cancel it. Followed, this is the third product you see. The same repeated here, cancel it again. This is the fourth product you see here. The same thing repeated here, so cancel it. So now tell me total number of products, how many? 4. Total number of products are 4. Clear? Then you can ask me what is major. Okay. So remember everyone, cross product is major always. Cross product is major. Okay. Why? Why? Because in case of cross product, we are seeing crowding. Rate of nucleophilic addition inversely proportional to crowding. Crowding is very important thing here. So cross product is major because of crowding. I hope you are able to understand this one. Number of products formed are 4. And cross product is major because in cross product what happened? Nucleophile first attacks on the less crowding one. Therefore, cross product is major. So please copy quickly. Followed. And one more important statement I want to give here that I told you, but I think I didn't write that one. Okay. So remember everyone, crossed Cannizaro's reaction is not a disproportionation reaction. It is not a disproportionation reaction because different molecules are undergoing oxidation and reduction. So it is not a disproportionation reaction. I hope you are able to understand this point. Completed? Okay. Now, here one important question I want to discuss. The question which I am going to discuss now that we got in one previous advanced question paper. Okay. So now the question is like this: CH3CHO when treated with excess of formaldehyde. Okay. What are the products formed and what mechanism is followed? That is the question. What are the products formed and what mechanism is followed? Clear? What are the products formed and what mechanism is followed? I think you got one idea. So here, first one is having alpha hydrogen. Second one is not having alpha hydrogen. If any one of the aldehyde is having alpha hydrogen, so what happened? First of all, aldol mechanism takes place. Am I right? Okay, right. We will see that one now. So first let us see now. Okay, CH3CH writing in this way. I will write in this way to make you to clear. Okay, this is CH3, this is CHO. Okay, so anyone remember aldol mechanism? First what happened? Base. Okay, so base will remove the proton. First of all, when base removes the proton, then what happened? Enolate is generated. This is the enolate. This I taught you in aldol condensation mechanism. Is it clear? Now, in second step, okay. In second step, what happened? First of all, let me take the formaldehyde. Okay. Now here I will take the enolate, CH2 minus CHO. Followed, pi bond will shift towards oxygen. Carbon get positive. So this negative attacks on this positive, and this is the RDS step of the mechanism. That is the RDS step of the mechanism. Clear? So now once you see everyone know, this part is there now, this part can I write CH2O minus? Okay, that part I want to write as CH2O minus. Are you followed everyone? That part I want to write as CH2O minus. Followed. Now on that carbon, enolate is attacking. That is CH2, CHO is attacking. Is it clear? In the first step, I think water is formed. So water contain H plus ions. Now H plus ions are taken by the O minus ions. Then what happened here? CH2 OH. Then here CH2 CHO, right? So did you notice what is the starting reactant I took here? CH3CHO. Followed. Now in this one, how many alpha hydrogens are there? You see 3. Clear? Now here you see now CH2CHO. That means only 2 alpha hydrogens are there. In place of an alpha hydrogen, CH2OH group it came, you see, in place of an alpha hydrogen. But here you see now formaldehyde is in excess. Is it clear? When formaldehyde is in excess, now what happened? This reaction will continue. Clear? This reaction will continue. So what happened? Tell me now. All the alpha hydrogens are replaced by what? Tell me. All the alpha hydrogens are replaced by what? CH2OH. That only we noticed in first step. In second step, one more alpha hydrogen will replace. In third step, one more. So now what happens? See clearly. All the alpha hydrogens are replaced by CH2OH. Clear everyone? So here also CH2OH, but here CHO is there, and here also CH2OH. Are you followed? So now can I come to a conclusion? When excess of formaldehyde is taken, all the alpha hydrogens are replaced by CH2OH. Clear? All the alpha hydrogens are replaced by CH2OH. CH2OH according to which mechanism? Aldol mechanism. Is it clear? All the alpha hydrogens are replaced by CH2OH according to Aldol mechanism. Clear? But you see, formaldehyde is in excess. Once again, I am telling you, formaldehyde is in excess. Followed? Now, here since formaldehyde is in excess, I can take formaldehyde once again. Now tell me, this is not having alpha hydrogen. This is also not having alpha hydrogen, you see. Both are not having alpha hydrogens. Now, Cannizzaro reaction proceeds. Am I right? Cannizzaro reaction proceeds now because both are not having alpha hydrogens now. And just now I told you, in case of crossed Cannizzaro, nucleophile first attacks on smaller aldehyde preferably, and that undergoes oxidation. Therefore, formaldehyde undergoes oxidation. Then what happened here? The product is HCOO minus, clear, and the other product is what? Okay, first of all, CH2OH, CH2OH, clear, CH2OH. Then what happened? This aldehyde group is there now. Now this also converts into what? CH2OH, because in crashed Cannizzaro, one molecule undergo oxidation, other molecule undergo reduction to give primary alcohol. Is it clear? Therefore, now try to understand in this one, 2 mechanisms are happening. Okay, what are that 2? One is Aldol mechanism, first of all. Second one, Cannizzaro mechanism. Both are happening. See clearly, everyone now. This is one very interesting question. This we got in previous JEE Advance. I will wait for some time. Copy the mechanism quickly. Clear, everyone? So now I can come to a conclusion. Okay. So here I am writing this, if formaldehyde, is taken in excess, then all alpha hydrogen atoms are replaced by what? All alpha hydrogen atoms are replaced by what? CH2OH. Am I right? This is one important statement here. So please copy quickly. Here, if the question come like this, okay, once you see now, everyone know. So here, aldol is happening now. How many times aldol reaction happens? Can you tell me? How many times aldol condensation reaction happens here? Okay. How many times can you tell me? 3 times. How? 3 alpha hydrogens are there now here. All the 3 should replace. So aldol condensation 3 times it will happen. I hope you are able to follow this one. Write quickly. Followed, everyone? Okay. Now in Pros Canizaro, one more question. Okay. This question we got in once JEE mains. So now tell me what are the products and which undergo oxidation, which undergo reduction, identify them. I'll wait for some time here, do it. One of the previous JEE mains question, this one. One is the para-nitrobenzaldehyde, other one is the meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. Okay, now let me explain here. to make you to understand well, this compound only I want to write like this. Okay. So here C double bonded OH. Similarly, here also I want to make a small change. Both are same only, but to get a clear clarity. Now, what happened here? See clearly. Pi bond will shift here. Clear? Similarly, pi bond will shift here. At meta position, NO2 will show minus I effect. At para position, NO2 will show minus M effect. And you know, mesomeric inductive, when they are in competition, generally mesomeric effect is dominating factor over inductive effect. Generally, mesomeric effect is dominating over inductive. Clear everyone? So since mesomeric effect is dominating, here the positive charge will be more. Here the positive charge will be less. So nucleophile first attacks on more positive charge. Crowding is same na in both the cases. Therefore, this undergoes what? Oxidation. And this undergoes what? Reduction. Clear? Now, what are the products formed then? Oxidation product you see here. Oxidation product and reduction product. Okay. So, first of all, oxidation product is this one. COO at para position NO2. Clear? Next. Reduction product I am writing here. So, in reduction we will get the primary alcohol, that is CH2OH, and here NO2. Clear everyone? So first one, this one is the oxidized product. This is the reduced product. Are you followed? Still some important things are there in Canizaro's reaction. Intramolecular. Intramolecular means, yesterday I told you, anyone remember? Ring will not be formed, but intramolecular happens. So without formation of ring, how intramolecular happens in Canizaro, that we will be seeing in the next class. So here, from the starting, I will be showing you the pages. Okay. So see clearly, first page, this one. And here I had shown you how to compare the rate of hydride transfer in dianion mechanism and monoanion mechanism. Dianion mechanism and monoanion mechanism. Hydride transfer rate. And here I had given one statement here. Rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to what? Electron charge density on dianion. And here we did one question also, you see, on rate of hydride transfer. So if any page is missing, take the screenshot. Clear? And here I mentioned clearly rate of hydride transfer directly proportional to electron donating groups, inversely proportional to electron withdrawing groups. Because electron donating groups will increase the electron charge density on dianion, and electron withdrawing groups will decrease the electron charge density on dianion. Clear na? Next, crossed Canizaro. It takes place between two different aldehydes, and both must not contain alpha hydrogens. That is important here. Both must not contain alpha hydrogens. Here, but in crossed Canizaro, we have to see which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction. That depends on what? Crowding. So rate of nucleophilic addition is inversely proportional to crowding. Less crowded one always undergoes oxidation. More crowded one always undergo reduction. Clear? That only I wrote here. The aldehyde on which nucleophile attacks first undergoes oxidation. Nucleophile attacks first means what? It should be less crowded one only, na? Followed. And remember everyone, there is no smaller aldehyde than formaldehyde. So if formaldehyde is one of the reactant, then no doubt formaldehyde undergoes oxidation. You can ask me, if formaldehyde is not one of the reactant, then what to do? In that case, depend on the amount of positive charge. Where amount of positive charge is more, that undergoes oxidation preferably. Clear? Here, some 1-2 questions we did. And in crossed Cannizzaro, you have to identify, okay, which undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction. That is important one here. A number of possible products, 4. Cross products are major products because crowding is important there. Clear everyone? Now, crossed Cannizzaro is not a disproportionation reaction. And what happens when excess of formaldehyde is used? So when excess of formaldehyde is used, first of all, reaction proceeds by Aldol mechanism. And all alpha hydrogens are replaced by CH2OH. Then Cannizzaro reaction proceeds. Clear now everyone? First of all, Aldol mechanism. Then after Cannizzaro mechanism. Clear? And here, this is one more important question, which we got in previous mains. Both are NO2 only, but remember at para position NO2 will show minus M effect. At meta position minus I, because at meta there is no resonance. When resonance is not there, then no mesomeric effect here. Followed everyone? Right. Remaining things of the Cannizzaro reaction, tomorrow we are going to see. Okay.